easier to binge 10 episodes on Netflix, each 1 hour, than to read 10 pages of a book that barely takes an hour? Why can you scroll reels at 3 am but cannot stay awake in class? The answer is a single word: dopamine. And trust me, when you understand this one brain chemical, you will literally see how the world is controlling you. More importantly, how you can flip it to your advantage. I have divided it into some chapters. Let's talk about the first one. What is dopamine? In simple language, dopamine is not happiness. Most people call it a pleasure chemical, but it's not a pleasure chemical. It's actually your motivation fuel. Think of it as the let's do it signal in your brain. It pushes you to chase things that your brain feels are rewarding. That's why when you see pizza, your brain screams yes, or when your phone buzzes, you instantly pick it up. This is nothing but dopamine. That's the dopamine driving you. Remember, dopamine is not pleasure. It's not the feeling of pleasure. Dopamine is the drive to get pleasure. Next is the dopamine trap. Here's the catch though: dopamine does not care about your future. It only cares about any reward that you can get right now. It only cares about the quickest reward right now. So, scrolling reels, dopamine hit. Eating chips, dopamine hit. Checking notifications, dopamine hit. These are what I call cheap dopamine hits. They spike up your brain instantly, but they crash just as fast. And over time, your brain gets bored of small hits. Now it wants more, bigger, and stronger stimulation. And that is why your normal life feels boring. This all is the dopamine trap. Now let's talk about something super important: the baseline. What is dopamine baseline? So imagine your motivation as a battery that usually may sits at say 70%. That's your baseline. Like 70% is your baseline. When you do something exciting, amazing, dopamine spikes. Now, it does not return to 70 right away. It goes below like 60 or less. And here is the danger. When you constantly go for instant dopamine hits like junk food, scrolling reels, it keeps getting lower and lower. And that is the reason why your normal life feels dull, boring, and unmotivated. That's why nothing feels fun anymore unless it's super stimulating. But you can protect your baseline with healthy habits. And again, you will feel the small habits rewarding again, like reading, walking, dancing. You will feel all this again, but you have to protect your baseline first. And I will definitely help you how you can protect your baseline right after the next point. So, the next point is how to use dopamine to your advantage. So, how do you flip the script? Simple. Make dopamine your engine, not your master. So, first is my favorite, that's why it's first. Gamify life. Think about it. Why games are so addictive? You see getting rewards, points, unlocking levels. That's nothing but dopamine. Now, imagine doing the same in real life. Make checklist of doing the things and take things off. That will feel rewarding to your brain. You feel like winning points in your life. Or use a streak app. You can use a streak app to do daily things. Every day you don't break the streak, so your brain thinks that yes, I'm leveling up. And you can use it to anything you want to be consistent in. Why do you think that Snapchat streaks are so addictive? This is the why. Even something simple like giving yourself stars on the calendar actually works. Next is habit pairing. Attach boring habits to fun ones. For example, listen to your favorite playlist only when you're at the gym. Have a cup of tea only when you're reading a book. Now, your brain starts to craving for the good habits because it is connected with something enjoyable. Next is novelty. Try new things. Try new things like new study spots or like a new workout or anything new, like, because dopamine loves freshness. I don't know about you, but whenever we buy a new toothpaste like that we have never used before, so I try it immediately, like how does it taste like. I know it's kind of crazy. Next is reward effort. Just make a system, like if you study for let's say 1 hour, you will scroll reels for 15 minutes, like it's a reward for that. It trains your brain that efforts is equal to rewards. And here is a bonus. You know what? Even just visualizing success releases dopamine. Picture yourself clearing that exam or achieving that goal. In this way, your brain gets a preview of the reward and you will feel the drive to act in the same way. Now let's don't forget the baseline. So how to protect your baseline? If your baseline is broken, your motivation will always feel dead. You can protect it by a good sleep, exercising, eating protein, and sunlight at least 20 minutes daily. And sometimes a dopamine reset, like one day a week you are not going to have any strong stimulation. No mobile, no junk food, only just be. It resets your brain and you will find joy in small things again. Next time you find yourself stuck in the scroll, remind yourself it's not that you are lazy, it's not that you are broken, it's the dopamine controlling your life. And the good thing, now you know the secret. Aim your dopamine at things that grow you, that actually grow you. Studying, fitness, creating. Because when you master dopamine, you master motivation itself. If this video clicked for you, drop a comment with one habit that you are going to change and use dopamine to your advantage. And of course, like, subscribe, comment. If you want me to break down more brain hacks and more healthy, more things that can help you to grow, to be a better version of yourself. And remember, dopamine is just the spark, not the fire, and you can choose where it burns. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for 230 subscribers. Like, I'm going crazy. Like, OMG, people are loving my idea so much. Thank you so much to all subscribers and every single like I get. Thanks so much. And you can give me ideas that you want videos on. Love you all so much. Bye.